Hey, Johnny V here, soon to be the most hated man in America for telling it like it is. Welcome to the YouFa channel. The Oscars are coming up Sunday night. I'm already aggravated just thinking about whatever stupid political statements they're going to make. Why do they have to use that platform to make political statements? I wouldn't mind too much if they were noble, some of them are, but usually it's just some little bitch fest about which celebrity didn't get nominated, which celebrity's not going to get their little trophy. You know what? You're famous already. That's your trophy. Or is it going to be about, which millionaire made $1.95 less on a movie than the other millionaire because of what they look like? Well, you know what? I got news for you. You're in a business that's all about what people look like. So you want to go up there and spew your crap about who's being supposedly persecuted? I'm going to get into who's being prosecuted. A poor little old lady, 73-year-old lady in New Orleans, was carjacked by 4 piece of shit thugs, teenage thugs. This poor lady was still wrapped up in the seatbelt. They dragged her. When I first read the headline, it said her arm was severed, which is true, and then she eventually died. You got these 2 jerk-offs in Philadelphia that had their dogs on a leash and taunted a cat and then let the dogs go to tear up the cat just so they could watch and be entertained. Are you not entertained? We got these 2 cocksuckers in Philly who came across a shooting victim laying on the ground and proceeded to rob him. Last but not least, it's all over the news, 2 state troopers and a pedestrian were struck and killed by a drunk driver. The lady and that pedestrian and even the cat just minding their own business. The pedestrian walking on the highway, he shouldn't have been there, but he was just trying to get where he had to go as best he knew how under the circumstances. The guy laying on the ground after being shot, he was just trying to die in peace. And the state troopers were good people just trying to help someone. 6 victims. You know what they all had in common? None of them deserved to die. My heart goes out to all those victims. The 9 perpetrators of these heinous acts, you know what they all had in common? I'll tell you, right here, right now. Yeah, I said it. I knew this thing would have more than one use. So whose fault are all these things? Well, obviously, the perpetrators. But lots of other people have to take some responsibility. And by other people, I mean you. Yeah, you. The drunk driver? Thousands of you drive drunk every week. Hundreds of thousands of you get drunk every week. Millions of you drink every week. You treat alcohol like it's a god. And that mindset, followed by that kind of an action, increases the likelihood of drunken vehicular homicide. The drunk driver's lawyer said something to the effect that she's not the worst thing that she's done, and none of us are ever the worst thing that we've done, and that she's actually better than that. Maybe so. And those are some very kind words. However, right now, those words are completely irrelevant because 3 people are dead. I actually feel bad for that kid. I do. I know she's sorry. Doesn't matter. So what about these other things? Should other people take some responsibility for that too? Yeah. Yeah, even though you didn't actually commit the crimes, yeah. You should. You should take some responsibility. Those pricks that let the dogs kill the cat, it's a sick obsession people have with watching other living things suffer. And you might be thinking, what, not me? I don't even know anybody like that. Yes, you do. If you or anybody you know want a free trip to Spain? Spain? What are you talking about? Just shut the fuck up and listen. If you want a free trip to Spain, you would pay to watch some jerk-off torture, make bleed, and kill a bull in an arena. You would. Your friends would. It's despicable. So what about these other victims, these other crimes, and the general increase in crime around the whole country? Should you feel any kind of responsibility for that? Yeah, you should. Because these criminals are not afraid. You know why? because you, the majority, voted into office from the local level all the way to the top a bunch of stupid pussies who are afraid to do something about it. They set a precedent that poor behavior, up to and including animal torture and murder, will be tolerated. And I bet if you confronted one of the top politicians in one of the highest offices in the nation, and I know you'll know who I'm talking about in a second, if you confronted that person and said, what do you think? What do you think about all these lives lost here, these 6 victims? You know what the politician would say? I'll quote this politician. Ready? Stupid bitch. And this whole disregard for the laws of civilization and the complete, utter disrespect and disregard for life is perpetuated with the stupid bumper sticker you have on your car, or your little button, or your t-shirt, or your sign on your front lawn, or your storefront that claims that whether somebody lives or dies is your choice, or that backhandedly, passive-aggressively differentiates between whose lives matter and whose lives don't. Yeah, but, shut the fuck up. I'm sick of this shit. So for all of you out there who disagree with what I have to say, and you celebrities who feel the need to just spew your political nonsense, I just want you to know that it calms me when I actually think about the Oscars themselves, the actual trophies. Long, thin, round head, narrow shoulders. They're actually like the perfect shape for you to shove up your ass. You hear that goddamn fucking noise? You hear that fucking noise? We don't want to hear that fucking shit in my fucking neighborhood. Who's the trash now? Me. Johnny V here, soon to be the most hated man in America for telling it like it is. Go fuck yourself and have a great day. And don't forget to subscribe. Hit the button, man. Grow some balls.